Hello there and welcome back. Tonight we will journey gently into the outer reaches of our solar system and drift through the tranquil realm of Neptune, the windiest planet ever discovered, as we invite you to fall asleep with Neptune's blue mysteries. Journey through the ice giant's secrets, vertical bar facts about Neptune. If you prefer a soft echo for a smoother flow, let us also whisper, fall asleep with the distant blue world. Discovering Neptune's gentle storms, vertical bar facts about Neptune. Allow your mind to settle into a calm curiosity as we begin this soothing voyage, traveling far beyond the radiant glare of our central star, past the bright orbits of Mercury, Venus and Earth, continuing farther than the magnificent red deserts of Mars, and voyaging beyond the colossal realms of Jupiter and Saturn, across the mysterious domain of Uranus, until we find ourselves serenely floating around Neptune, the eighth planet from the Sun. This quiet outward trek may feel like slipping further into darkness, as Neptune orbits around 30 times farther from our Sun than Earth does, and only a fraction of our daytime light reaches its distant skies. Yet in the stillness, Neptune offers a quiet hush lit by a pale sunlit glow, revealing a vivid azure world that has captivated imaginations for centuries and inspired some of the most astonishing discoveries in planetary science. Tonight, as you become aware of the weight of your eyelids, feel free to let the wonders of this distant planet lull you into a gentle rest. Neptune's captivating blue hue comes largely from traces of methane in its upper atmosphere. While hydrogen and helium remain dominant gases, methane sculpts that glorious color, absorbing red wavelengths from the remote sunlight and scattering the remaining blues back out into the cosmos. From afar, Neptune's dreamy shade suggests a world of endless oceanic vistas, but in truth, Neptune harbors no solid surface that mirrors our earthly waters. Instead, beneath its swirling outer clouds sits a deep mantle of water, ammonia, and methane ices, making Neptune and its neighbor Uranus unique among the ice giants. As we continue floating ever so calmly, imagine softly gazing upon those cloud bands that swirl across the planet's face, subtle lines of differing shades of blue that shift and morph as supersonic winds roar unseen. Despite receiving just a sliver of the sunlight that bathes Earth, Neptune's atmosphere generates winds of extraordinary ferocity, surpassing 1,200 miles per hour in some regions. These incredible gales shape the planet's dynamic weather systems, sometimes forming giant storm features such as the famous Great Dark Spot, observed by NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft in 1989. That tumultuous storm was reminiscent of Jupiter's Great Red Spot, but with its own Neptunian nuances, eventually vanishing over time while new storms emerged elsewhere. Yet even the power of these swirls and tempests remains concealed beneath a soft ethereal blue veil, so that from afar Neptune seems like a serene beacon in the starry background. As you let the rhythm of your breath match the gentle cadence of our cosmic drift, note that Neptune's internal heat is stronger than one might expect for a planet receiving so little solar energy. It releases more heat than it absorbs from the sun, indicating a hidden internal power source that science has yet to fully unravel. There is a sense that Neptune harbors deeper secrets about the nature of ice giants. These secrets may help us understand more distant exoplanets similar in composition but far beyond our solar home. Picture Neptune's swirling storms as we drift closer, feeling the hush of our presence in the vast vacuum of space, with only the faint sparkle of distant stars as witness to our calm exploration. Neptune's environment is extreme in temperature, with upper atmosphere layers plummeting to around -214 degrees Celsius. Yet in the deeper layers, the ice is heated under immense pressure, may exist in exotic states that defy our everyday conceptions of frozen water. Scientists suspect that in those darker depths, water molecules could transform under high pressure into unusual forms of ice, or that liquid motions might transport energy through hidden flows. Despite the planet's chill, the interplay between internal warmth and the subdued rays of the sun fosters dramatic weather patterns overhead. So as we savor individual moments of tranquility here, let the subtle cosmic hum drift you ever closer to the hushed grandeur of Neptune's night side, where the distance from the sun means that each sunrise and sunset would feel faint, yet still enough to cast a ghostly sapphire ambiance across the swirling atmosphere. In 1846, Neptune's presence was confirmed through the remarkable feat of mathematical prediction. Astronomers, noticing irregularities in Uranus's orbit that could not be explained by known objects, deduced the existence and approximate location of another planet. This led Johann Galle to turn a telescope to the correct portion of the sky, guided by calculations from Urbain Le Verrier and John Couch Adams, and Neptune was revealed close to the predicted coordinates. This historic discovery remains a luminous testament to the power of scientific reasoning, as Neptune was the first planet unveiled not through direct observation but by harnessing the subtle gravitational tug it exerted on its neighbor. This milestone in astronomy propelled humankind's understanding of deep space and fostered a new appreciation for the precision of orbital mechanics. As you rest, let your ears open to the gentle hush of that voyage, with your mind's eye drifting to that scene in the mid-19th century, where a single telescope pointed through the blackness, unveiling a new planet that shimmered with a faint bluish glow. That vision reminds us all that even the unseen corners of reality can be uncovered by persistent curiosity and patient deduction. Now our placid journey takes us onwards, drifting around this mesmerizing planet. We notice something spectacular and quite unusual about Neptune's magnetic field. On Earth, we are used to the idea that our magnetic field lines emanate roughly from the planet's rotational axis, anchored by our iron core. But for Neptune, along with Uranus, that magnetic field is tilted significantly by about 47 degrees relative to its rotation, and it may not even originate from the planet's central core, but rather from a more shallow layer within the mantle. That geometry produces an off-center magnetosphere, introducing a certain cosmic asymmetry. Scientists continue to study this strangeness, pondering the cause behind such a tilt, seeking to understand whether swirling conductive fluids in the deeper interior might shift the magnetic field, or if yet unknown processes craft the planet's puzzling electromagnetic environment. From our vantage point of quiet observation, we can sense how much remains to be discovered, stirring the spirit of exploration in even the sleepiest listener. Neptune's features remain partially veiled by distance, yet the secrets locked within its swirling layers may help us see patterns throughout the galaxy. Allow your breath to soften, perhaps letting your thoughts fade into the gentle repetition of these cosmic mysteries. As we glide around the majestic sphere, we see Neptune's ring system, faint and tenuous compared to the dazzling spectacle of Saturn's rings, but present nonetheless. There are distinct arcs of dusty material that form incomplete rings, and these arcs appear to clump, possibly molded by gravitational interactions with some of the planet's tiny moons. Though these rings are not as visually stunning from a distance, they stand as an elegant phenomenon, a reminder that the solar system can hold subtle wonders often lost in the shadow of more dramatic displays. Indeed, Neptune's rings were discovered through careful observation of starlight blinking out as the planet and rings crossed in front of distant stars, and later confirmed by the Voyager 2 spacecraft encounter. Let the notion of these faint arcs swirl around your senses, drifting you further into calm reflection as we proceed to study the many moons that accompany Neptune on its extended cosmic dance around the Sun. Neptune has 14 known moons, each with its own orbital intricacies. By far the largest and most intriguing is Triton, a moon believed by many scientists to be a captured object from the Kuiper belt. Unlike most large moons in the solar system, Triton orbits retrograde, meaning it moves around Neptune in the direction opposite to the planet's rotation, an indication that this moon likely originated elsewhere before gravitationally latching onto Neptune. Triton's surface is surprisingly youthful and active, showing evidence of cryovolcanism and geysers that eject plumes of nitrogen gas into the thin atmosphere. Some of these geysers were actually photographed by Voyager 2, revealing dark streaks deposited on the pale surface by streaming jets. As you imagine such a far-off world, a nighttime expanse of icy terrain with cold nitrogen vapors drifting skyward, take a moment to immerse yourself in the calm sense of discovery. It is humbling to picture how even at the frigid fringes of solar light, there can be geological vigor and cosmic phenomena continuing their slow but inexorable transformations. Triton's future may include the possibility of drifting closer to Neptune over eons of time, eventually disintegrating into a ring system, though the cosmic ballet may only conclude over a time frame almost incomprehensible to our human experience. Nevertheless, we can rest peacefully under the star-laden hush of space, comforted by the knowledge that the cosmos is vast and still in motion, with many chapters unfolding in planetary pasts and futures. Breathe softly, let your eyes grow heavier, and picture that gentle swirl of starlight around Neptune's azure horizon. Another notable Neptunian satellite is Narrated, discovered in 1949, with one of the most eccentric orbits in the solar system. It wanders far from Neptune before swinging in again, an indication of the gravitational complexities that come from capturing or perturbing objects in the outer solar system. The entire assembly of Neptune's moons and rings may provide vital evidence about how giant planets capture and shape smaller bodies. With our perspective from this cosmic vantage, we behold the tapestry of orbits, a graceful dance unwinding through blackness, each part guided by Neptune's gravitational embrace yet forging unique elliptical paths. In your relaxed state, you can release any tension that may linger in your muscles, letting the body sink into its resting position, as though weightless in the vastness of space, while Neptune's hidden storms and subtle arcs remind us of how great wonders often lurk beneath serene exteriors. Voyager 2 remains the only spacecraft to have flown by Neptune, and provided close-up examinations of this ice giant, a fleeting visit in 1918, lasting just a short while. During that approach, scientists marveled at a wealth of data, including evidence of active weather systems, ring arcs, and new moons. That mission left us with many tantalizing glimpses of the planet's swirling interior, an unusual phenomenon. There has been continuing interest in returning to Neptune or sending an orbiter to explore it. Perhaps in time, we will launch a new mission that can place a probe in orbit, slowly circling over Neptune's poles and equator, unveiling deeper layers of knowledge about its magnetic field, ring dynamics, and interior structure, not to mention a comprehensive study of Triton's unusual geology. Until such endeavors become reality, we rely on Earth-based observations through powerful telescopes, and rely on orbiters around the Sun, sometimes aided by instruments like the Hubble Space Telescope, to track Neptune's weather changes using the faint trickle of reflected sunlight. Imagine how each ephemeral swirl or newly formed dark spot is chronicled from our distant vantage, forging more questions and welcoming further inquiry into how a planet so far from the Sun can generate such powerful meteorological displays. Let that sense of cosmic scale envelop you, allowing your tensions to drift away in the knowledge that we, as observers on a small blue, remain connected to the entire solar system by curiosity and shared cosmic heritage. Even Neptune, at the extreme edge of planetary recognition, elegantly demonstrates that distance does not preclude ours or nature's capacity for dynamic processes. By softly inhaling and exhaling, we keep in tune with the endless cycles of cosmic embrace, from planets orbiting stars to the swirling clouds in the atmosphere of a world 2.8 billion miles away. Taking another calm breath, you might reflect on Neptune's year, which spans about 165 Earth years for just a single orbit around the Sun. One Neptune year is nearly 2 Earth centuries, meaning that since its discovery in 1846, Neptune has completed just one orbit in recorded human history. That perspective can invite a sense of wonder, reminding us that planetary timescales flow in rhythms quite different from our day-to-day experiences, with different seasons that each might last over 4 decades. Neptune's ephemeral storm and newly appearing dark spots can arise or fade at any point along that slow path around the Sun. Knowing this, you can let your mind roam across the entire cosmic timeline, as though drifting along the silent arcs of Neptune's orbit, gently aware that so much can happen in a single year on steadily continues its stately cosmic procession. Slide further into a restful state, letting your breathing remain, noticing the gentle embrace of stillness as you cradle yourself in the thought of traveling along that extended flight path. The wonders of Neptune do not end in the swirling atmosphere or the captured moon, but extend to the planet's interior composition. Scientists refer to Uranus and Neptune as ice giants to distinguish them from the hydrogen and helium-rich gas giants, Jupiter and Saturn. The ice in ice giants does not take the form of visible ice sheets, but rather refers to the high proportion of heavy, volatile substances like water, ammonia, and methane in their composition. These ices, under massive pressure and warmth, could exist in exotic phases, potentially forming superionic Imagining such a strange interior can be mesmerizing, as though the planet teems with layers of hidden transformations that may shed light on how matter behaves in extreme environments. As the external storms swirl overhead, far below the cloud tops, deeper chemical processes churn and reshape the planet's interior. If you allow your mind to wander to these hidden depths, you may feel a sense of drifting into a boundless elemental realm, letting the mysteries of Neptune cradle your dreams and lull you toward a peaceful respite. Let your inhalations and exhalations slow in harmony with the cosmic illusions of swirling vapor, as though each breath synchronizes with the planet's subdued pulses. Continuing our soft journey around Neptune, we might highlight the significance of cosmic perspective. Gazing at Neptune so distant and faint, we are reminded that our solar system extends far beyond the orbits of Earth, or Mars, or even Jupiter. Yet, even Neptune does not mark the final frontier of the Sun's dome. Beyond Neptune lies the Kuiper Belt, hosting dwarf planets like Pluto, Makemake, Haumea, and Eris, as well as countless smaller icy objects. Farther still lies the Oort cloud, a sphere of billions of comets in the outermost reaches of the Sun's gravitational influence, almost at the threshold with interstellar space. Through it all, Neptune stands guard near the solar system's gateway, a fitting sentinel whose gravitational pull helps shape the distribution of smaller bodies, further underscoring its importance in the grand architecture of our celestial neighbor. As you let your body rest, perhaps feeling a slight tingle of tranquility in your limbs, you can imagine a panoramic view that spans from the Sun's radiant center, across the orbits of Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, through the to Jupiter and Saturn, onward to Uranus, until at last you see Neptune's faint blue shimmer, dancing at the edges of the faint sunlight. Let that cosmic vantage reduce any lingering worries or tension, diminishing them into a cosmic hush, as though Neptune's gentle storms wash away the stress of the day, guiding us into the calm of night. A further detail worth contemplating in this serene mental journey is how Neptune's mass and gravitational influence can subtly shape the orbits of other objects at the fringe. In particular, the discovery of Pluto in 1930 was initially motivated by a belief in another planet affecting Neptune's orbit. Though the anomalies turned out to be observational errors, the search for planet effects brought Pluto to light. Over time we learned that Pluto, and many other icy bodies in similar orbits, form part of a vast debris ring known as the Kuiper Belt. Even though Pluto's story is separate from Neptune's in some respects, both bodies exist as part of the grand tapestry of outer solar system objects. Neptune indeed reigns as the largest force in that region, its gravitational influence shaping resonances that direct some smaller bodies onto stable orbital paths. Relaxing further, imagine drifting in the quiet vacuum that envelops Neptune, hearing in your mind only a faint cosmic hum, letting the magnitude of these orbital resonances become as tranquil as the hush of a gentle breeze in the distance. So often, Neptune remains overshadowed by a prominent solar system member, yet as we have seen on this late-night odyssey, it is a world of formidable, capturing exotic icy bodies, wearing an ever-shifting arrangement of dark spots in its atmosphere, and inviting speculation about the swirling mysteries of its interior. Thinking of the distant light from our Sun traversing billions of miles to caress Neptune's cloud tops can be an almost meditative image, like a whisper of warmth bridging cosmic emptiness. Let that whisper fill your awareness, telling tales of storms that rage unseen in the upper atmosphere, only glimpsed by keen-eyed telescopes. or the fleeting passages of a single brave spacecraft. Take another peaceful breath, now letting your body melt into the warmth of your covers or your seat, as though you too float in the wide embrace of the cosmos. As you brood on Neptune's immensity, you might appreciate how even that giant pale compared to the star-laden realm that lies beyond, and yet Neptune remains incredibly vast by human standards, about 4 times the diameter of Earth, and despite it being significantly smaller than Jupiter or Saturn, it could still fit dozens of Earths within its volume. Visualizing that capacity might help you release any sense of constraint or worry, granting a feeling of expansion that mirrors Neptune's boundless vistas. The clouds swirl round and round, propelled by the unprecedented winds, while deep below the surface, an unknown swirl of ice and fluid grazes a surprisingly off-kilter magnetic field. High above, Triton lazily circles in the opposite direction, forging its own path against the usual cosmic currents, occasionally letting nitrogen dyes spout their stories onto a frigid surface. Let that image of tranquil defiance lure you further, overshadowing mundane concerns with the silent wonders that take place far from Earth, each cosmic interplay unfolding in its timeless fashion. Scientists continue to track Neptune's story, occasionally discovering new dark vortices that appear in its atmosphere, and then later vanish or drift away. These ephemeral systems, shaped by the planet's roaring winds, weave a fluid tapestry that can change rapidly, even if Neptune's year lasts so long. For us it is a lesson in cosmic patience, in the reverence we hold for worlds that seem so far away, and yet continue to remind us that nature's transformations persist everywhere, from swirling weather fronts in our sky to the supersonic winds of an ice giant. If you feel your eyelids growing heavy, know that you share a special vantage tonight, a vantage that binds you to the endless process of exploration, that prime sense of wonder that guided ancient astronomers from the earliest watchers of the night sky, who labeled this planet as the outermost wanderer, to the 19th century mathematicians who pinpointed its unseen position, to the spacecraft engineers who flung a robotic emissary across billions of miles of cosmic emptiness. Every generation has marveled at Neptune's secrets and gleaned new insights into the clockwork vastness that is our solar system. This continuum of curiosity can serve as a gentle lullaby, reminding you that the human spirit belongs to an unbroken chain of discovery. Let that continuity and quiet reflection bring you a soothing presence as you glide toward the final moments of rest. Beneath Neptune's gentle storms, the interplay of extremes, minimal sunlight, ferocious winds, frigid atmospheres, internal heat, presents a lesson in cosmic blend. Even in the remote corners of our star's domain, nature can create phenomena surpassing Earth scales. Massa resonates with us, teaching humility and a sense of shared inheritance with all that orbits the sun. Everyone listening now can gently pick up these planetary whispers, letting them ease the noise of daily life as the moon merges with the touch of starlight. Tonight's exploration might even lead your dreams to feature drifting among watery clouds, or glimpsing swiftly from a vantage point of calm acceptance. Perhaps, in some faint reflection, these cosmic images will echo softly in your imagination. As you descend deeper
into a comfortable slumber. You may even sense the swirling touch of methane-rich playing your mind like a distant lullaby. If you have any residual wakefulness, you can tune it to the memory of Neptune's unusual magnetic field strength, as though reminding us that the universe often surprises with phenomena that do not conform to our initial expectations. Yet that surprise can become so good, especially late at night, as we contemplate how the cosmos quietly endures, forging planets and rings, shaping winds and storms, capturing moments, and drawing hidden processes we are only beginning to comprehend. Now it is time to let the it is time with every inhale, you can record the breathe. Neptune remains suspended in the star. Swirling with unstoppable winds, housing mysterious layers, and a crooked magnetic field, accompanied by a captured moon venting nitrogen geysers into the core. Accept these thoughts as a lull in your mind, a kind companion wrapped in starlight, reminding you that the wonders of the universe can soothe even our most restless nights. May the memory of Neptune's unhurried orbit, the quiet drift of its faint ring arcs, and the calm recollection of Triton's gentle rebellion offer a restful path that leads you toward the deep comfort of sleep. Perhaps, as you drift off, your mind will cradle a vision of the planet's faint swirling clouds turning ever so slowly, as if singing a tranquil lullaby carried on supersonic winds. Let these fleeting images be the last conscious thoughts of the day, an invitation to surrender to the warmth of slumber. Thank you for joining me on this nighttime odyssey through Neptune's rim, a calm exploration of windswept beauty and enduring mysteries. Drift softly, let the gravitational embrace of peace guide you, and have a restful night. Good night.